Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Barndo. You see there the Clashing Dead Barndo 80 is sitting in another clan at the moment. We've just had the season end and we've just finished a Interclan Scrim. So it was a clan with above and beyond the Clashing Dead, their feeder, and also Aussie Addicts. We all came in and we all had a bit of a group where it was versus each other. So really fun war. And as you can see the results there, 102 to 99. We won by 3 stars. Lots and lots of things in between to look at though, of course. First off though, well done to War Daddy. What was a really complicated thing for him to organise at the end. Probably a bit more so than else. But really fun. Our guys loved it. I know it was saw positive things from all of your guys. And it was just all round fun. So right up until the end, it was 97-97. Then a little bit of stuff at the end. But we see from my team, I actually didn't check through how many 6-star wars, but you see a couple there, a couple more. So quite a few 6-star wars, but then also a lot of failed attacks and all of that kind of stuff. So we'll look at the enemy and go through those. Hofdeg with a big miss on Barndo 80, and then also missed his second attack. I'll take responsibility for that. I didn't realise he was actually moving this weekend. He's actually moving his whole family, so that was a bit of a missight from mine. Credible Hulk missed both his. And again, they had a lot of 6-star wars as well. So, you know, like to fight your own team where there's a little bit of, I guess, bragging rights were definitely up for offer. And we see on my bragging rights, I did a live attack versus DTN. That was pretty cool. But, I mean, also Muzra attacked Zool and got him. We had Hoff attack Barndo 80, and then Barndo 80 3-starred Hoff. Dave attacked Shine, only hit 2 stars, and then Shine hit the 2 stars off of Dave, and also Space Monkey smashed out Rebex on the first attack. So really fun war for our guys. We didn't do a lot of personal vendettas, but it just came out at the end that yeah, you know, like a few of our guys did hit a few of our own guys, and vice versa, definitely for their clan. So for above and beyond their normal people hitting their normal people. So things to look at. Some numbers I wrote down was our team had 6 bases with 3 or more defences, and that was 5 bases took 22 attacks to get rid of those. So that's definitely something that's concerning. Enemy team, which was Breakfast Club, they had 7 bases which took 25 hits to clear. So yeah, just that's very concerning. I think overall our team, the Clashing Dead, I think the Town Hall 9 planning went a lot better, and that's where we won the battle. Simply put, we didn't have to worry about Town Hall 9s in the last 4 or 5 hours. I mean, people do say, oh, you know, Barndo hit 2 3-stars, but the war was effectively over by then. And I mean, it's all nice to have that icing and say, oh yeah, great attacks, but the work was done by the 9s, getting all those 9s out early, and then even a couple of hits on the Town Hall 10s. But yeah, really impressive war, fun to be a part of. And another stat there, our team had 14 Town Hall 9 3-stars first hits, whereas Breakfast Club had 13. So they were very close. The 9s were definitely very close in what happened, but I think really in the end it was just the planning and early. We'll get straight into it. I have got quite a few attacks to show, and we'll go in first with the big hit on Hoff. I think this might have been the last hit for the war, but quite a simple attack. I'll put it in 2-speed. There's no need to drag out on it. We've got to remember these are hit downs when we're talking about it. You've got an extra warden, you've got an extra heap of ability, you've got bigger witches and all these kinds of things. Coming in the new patches, of course, they will nerf. And you see what I've gone is, I knew it had a hound, so I didn't need to take a poison, and I've earthquaked. With that single inferno up the back of the end there, I knew that would generally give me quite an advantage to be able to push into there. So I took some hogs to go with it, and that was to clear the side defences, and they do really well. You see they get, there was 8 hogs, and they get something like 6 to 8 defences and just keep going. So they're still going now, and this is why I've got witches alive, both heroes. Obviously King died pretty early. I dropped him down a bit early. You saw the use of a few wizards on the side. That was just to keep them up and make sure that my main group with the Queen, the Warden and a couple of witches, that they kept pushing into the direction I wanted. And obviously it's all over from here. I obviously knew about that one giant bomb at the start too and wanted to make sure that didn't do too much. But yeah, it was nice to get the 3, of course. Max defense base. And got that with the Queen still up on full. So that was nice. I'm going to show next Steve's attack on number 3. Now, he hit 98%. The big mistake Steve had was he had a donated level 3 haste. And I haven't actually watched the attack. I just listened to him be annoyed at himself because it would have changed his entire raid. So, obviously, the Earthquake, it's 3 lightnings, level 6 to level 7, and 1 Earthquake to kill a level 2 Inferno. So you get that little bit of room where you see he put the lightnings just that touch out. You see a pause now. Obviously, he's realised, shit, I don't have Earthquake, what do I do? And he's considered his plan outside of that. So to get a 98%, be very frustrating for him to have missed that one spell. We've all done it. I've got YouTubes where I've missed taking a spell and it's cost me a raid. It's just an unfortunate part. Sometimes you check and check and check, and sometimes you get it wrong. So that would have knocked out that Inferno quite easily. He's got the Rage for his heroes. Wall Breakers must have failed, so he's trying to get them in. That's why that Rage is low, I'm guessing. Lost his Queen. So there's a couple of things that have gone wrong here. It is very hard getting those corner points. Clan Castle is a Hound and Loons. Oh no, sorry, Wizard. That's not going to do too much. It's actually kind of worked out well because his Queen's gone off. She's not going to shoot the Hound. It's not going to need to die. Unfortunately, does he get that Queen down? Yeah, he does. So it's actually worked out pretty well for him. With the split in heroes, the Hound is going to do nothing. So really, if the Earthquake was there, he would have got that air defense and Inferno. So you see how much damage that Inferno did do. Queen gets that Hound down. That's going to cause him a lot of grief now with all of those minions. Pups. Because he's got quite a few pups at that front level on the Town Hall side, that was a good choice to attack from to save that 2-star. He knew he was likely not going to be able to get it. And in the end, it's those pups that are going to give him the grief. So really good attempt, Steve, after having a mix-up with your spells. Obviously, it's time that's finished it for you. Obviously, again, he's pretty happy it didn't cost us the war. I mean, I remember my one hive war where I had my Bando 80 base 3-star and I was very stressed hoping that wouldn't cost me the war. We'll have a look. I'll put this into 2-speed. You see it's still Town Hall 9, point defences, level 2 Infernos. Even the air defences are fairly low levels, but I've gone with a Queen Walk and a second part with Go Wee Wee with the King. And I've actually made it not really a Queen Walk, more of a charge, I guess, if you put it into the cell. But fairly simple. The reason I liked this attack was it got me to have a hard herd on the top section, so it made getting the King in there very easy to where I wanted. Now you see that first poison go down, and that's to get that loon effectively. I've needed that second rage, and I will just show something else I do. This was a really good spot. So right there you see that second poison go down, and that's sitting on that enemy queen because she's going to absolutely rape my queen if I do not. And that's what's helped with that. I get the enemy queen down, freeze on that first Inferno to push through. My queen's taking still a fair bit of fire, so I have to pop her ability. Lucky she wasn't sitting on those giant bombs. That would have been a different story. You see a nice ability there just before those bombs. That was important. Managed to pick up down the bottom there. There was one golem still tanking, so I had one hog left. There was 2 at the start to draw Clan Castle, so that was a nice little spot. But plenty left. And these are things that you kind of expected as a Town Hall 11 to be able to make out those bases, even with fair play, because they're low point defences, they're low level, you can push things through. Next one I'm going to go into will be the hit on Chief Treb, and by we do and do. And he's gone in with a Queen Walk Shattered Go Hog, I think it was. 4 healers. So 2 heals, 1 rage, 1 jump. Pretty standard army comp. Starts with a couple minions. Yeah, where's that Queen? There she is, down the bottom. Doesn't drop the healers down. This was interesting to watch this. Obviously, I have a process of scouting through attacks and looking at what goes where. And what's interesting is he doesn't get the healers down straight away. And I think that's to do with where he wants them to walk. But it means it puts the Queen at a lot of peril. So this is worth watching. You see he's had to pop his rage, but he's also going to have to pop his ability. Simply put, that Queen needed to be poisoned, so that poison there was just a bit delayed. I think also not dropping those healers put a little bit of extra stress on him. When you drop your healers down, he could have put the healers to the left-hand side of the Queen to make sure she didn't path past that air defence. So it's extra wizard to go down. That's to pick up that storage. One thing we can keep in mind too is goblins do more damage than wizards on collectors and storages, so sometimes it's worthwhile considering that if they're out of range. So the kill squad over on the right, he's already got both heroes, so it's pretty much icing from here. I think he's already got both heroes, sending in the golems to get as much of the midfield and any traps as possible. The Queen's turned. Unfortunately, she didn't go into the middle. That would have been much nicer if she did. Second poison goes down. Old Jimmy Bob's copped it. Even with that heal, was not going to do much to him. All gone from there. All over Red Rover. So well done. We do and do. It was a good attack. We'll look at now. We'll go right down to number 15. That was an attack versus bolts, and he's gone in. Who was it? DOA's gone in with a Golaloon, and I was impressed with how he's analysed this base. 4 central air defence, and he's going to use the 4 earthquakes. So he's taken also the poison. That must have been a donated poison by the looks of it. That should have been a max level. But either way, he's taken in that. He's got the 2 golems. I'm pretty sure it was just the shattered. So he's got the 2 golems. Nice herding at the start with his wizards to make sure the heroes are going the direction he wants. Out comes old Jimmy Bob, and the golems were just in front well enough to make sure the king didn't take all the aggro. He rages those, that way gets that king just keeping in front of those balloons, making sure they don't drop on his head. I love that rage positioning. It's meant the golem kept it for quite a while. That golem's going to get that second air defence on the side there. Queen's still up, she's alive. She is still going for it. Second air defence goes down now from the golem. That's still not split, so that's going to go in and get a blower. Queen's still alive. Loons are everywhere. Still got a heap of units to drop. So it goes in from the top section there. That haste to make sure those loons get through. Queen just used her ability, but she's still going. Brilliant attack. He's absolutely smashed this base. Obviously, these are all Town Hall 9 first hits I'm showing, so these are not knowing anything about the base. Well, sometimes if it's one of our guys hitting one of our guys, they might know some of the particulars of a base, but a lot of our people swap bases around. We'll go to number 16 next. This was Tacitus hit. And Tassiter has gone in with the Lightning Storm Drag Holo, I think it is. So your Dragon, your Hound, your Loons. Generally with this strat, what you're doing is you're lightning it out to air defense. Then your heroes eliminate another air defense for as few troops as possible. And you sort of go from there. It's funny how the king does that. He's turned so quickly. Even though there was a building. You do see it a lot. So he's going to get that air defense, that archer tower out as well. Dragons start over the side. Now what this attack strat relies upon heavily is where those two blowers are facing. You want to make sure you know how to hit into blowers or how not to hit into blowers. A level 28 queen, so that's near max. She's going to do as much damage as a max level air defense at Town Hall 9. So it's all dry spells. 2 hounds come out, a nice spread of loons. I think there would have been around 10 loons. Queen's finally going to cop it on the chin. Big Tesla farm in the middle there. Still got a few loons left though, so what's nice is the clan castle's all gone. It was nothing that's going to affect dragons. That's it, all over Red Rover. Well done, Tass. I think Tass had a 6-star war, 6 fresh stars, I think. Now I'm going to go all the way down to one of our guys, hitting one of our guys. And this was Space Monkey versus Rebex. And Beck's got a couple of accounts with us. She normally just rotates them around depending on when her heroes are down. And you see he's gone in with a Queen Walk slash Cold-Blooded Go-Hog. And we don't see Cold-Blooded Go-Hogs too often. I did one in this war as well. And I thought it worked really well. It's good because it allows you another 6 hogs. But what I liked about this was he makes it into a Queen charge. And we don't see these too often. Not from our guys, not even from myself. But that Queen, level 21, it's going to go in there and absolutely wreck this base. Funnily enough, Beck didn't change for the war, so it was a bit of a... He would have known, Shine would have known where a lot of this stuff was. Good use of those 2 minions at the start, just to get rid of some heavy hit point buildings. We'll just pause here. And raged and poisoned for the P.E.K.K.A. And you have a look, it gets 1 hit. Bang. Didn't even start swinging, so he's held on to that Queen's ability. And that's a huge advantage for later in the raid. Now the Queen will walk around. Pew pew. A jump for the Queen. I loved it. You just don't see him too often. It's a single golem down the bottom. Now because the King's only got to go a certain direction, it means he's going to get into that enemy Queen and quite quickly make quick work of her. Still got 1 heal left. Good use of that heal. That's going to get those hogs, keep them healing between all 3 of those remaining defences. Yeah, well done all around, Space Monkey. First hit, of course. Not often we get to see these kinds of Queen charges. Where are we going next? I think I was going to show 27, and that was one of Dennis's attacks versus War Chief. And Dennis has gone in with a Stoned Go-Hog, level 16 Royals. It's only a mid-level Town Hall 9 defences there with a level 1 Expo, level 2 Expo. They're getting a bit of a buff in the next patch, so we hear. They're going to go up considerably. So out comes the 3rd golem. He's held back the King and the Queen. Now what I liked about this was he's taken the 1 rage because he wasn't sure what was in the clan castle. and that was a good use. What I didn't like about this was he missed his earthquakes. So sometimes you'll notice with my raids, that was only I know it was a 6-point earthquake, but you'll notice with some of my raids, it'll be the first thing I do, just for the simple fact that in the heat of battle, sometimes you might miss it. I like the use of hogs here. Hasn't gone too heavy. They're all low point defences. Not all low point defences, but they are quite lowish. So he hasn't overextended his hogs. Good spot with the bombs, being singles, and excellent use of those 4 loons at the end there. 4 loons to get rid of 3 defences, and they're still all alive. So they're helping for clean-up. So really good attack all round. It's funny sometimes you watch the bases with the single giant bombs. Sometimes cause you more grief than not. Now I wanted to show, I know he came on and he said, can you show me, can you show me? And I thought, it's quite low down on the map. This was a first hit. He's only got a level 7 king, level 7 queen, level 10 king. Gone in with a shattered go hog, but he did use the hero kill squad, the dragon kill squad for the queen. So 2 dragons and a rage to get rid of the enemy queen. Don't know if it's completely worthwhile, but it worked. And there was certain things that you notice. Right now the clan castle should be coming out if it's an air affected clan castle. Old Puff there almost caused me a bit of grief by sticking with that dark elixir storage, because it would have been a lot different otherwise. But it's got a few loons. He uses them early to break up this mortar, and the reason being there, I think, was just to make sure the golems went down the bottom. Quite patient with his wall breakers, which was good. Good timing on his king and queen. Touch early on that jump, I think. It's going to make the queen's going to probably not get it. What was good here, though, was he raged that king, which dragged that hound right away from his own queen, and meant that she kept cleaning up. And she does defences, she does buildings, and that really made this raid. Didn't overcommit his hogs, didn't chew them out too early. And you see a good amount of hogs left. That last heal to get rid of the king. And that was it. So for a low level attack, that was quite good. Well done, old Smashed Beans. Or young, I should say. I think he said he was at school. So all around a really, really fun war. Like I said, thanks War Daddy for organising it, and we all had fun from above and beyond. Well, I'm in there as well, and from Aussie Addicts. Other than that, as always, hope you guys had a laugh, and clash on.
You got his eye from across the room. You got his eye.